Aw, snap. Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the ZAWA Together server, doing some more work here on the Lost Isle Zoo. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry this episode is a day late. It has been a very rough go for your old buddy GReimer here. It's been kind of a rough couple of weeks. I'm trying to keep my spirits up. Yes, it's difficult, but I'm making it through it. Okay, but I want to get some of these exhibits built because I don't like, lingering too long and not getting work done on here. Otherwise, it becomes stagnant and it's hard to pick it back up. So I want to kind of get back at it. As you saw from that little quick intro right before the title drop, we had a thunderstorm here on top of the mountain, which was pretty epic. And I managed to collect a few mob heads as a result because supercharged creepers, thanks to my Trident has channeling on it, supercharged creepers drop mob heads when they blow up other mobs. So it only drops one, unfortunately. Maybe we should have done a plugin for that to have it drop multiple heads, but whatever. Got 5 zombie heads, 2 creeper heads, and a skeleton skull. Not too shabby considering, my game did crash actually during that night, and I luckily got back on and didn't die. But the thunderstorm was over when I got back on, which is kind of unfortunate. You can see some charged creeper blasts around the area up here now. That's to be expected considering how many of them blew up. But hey, we got some mob heads, and they're kind of rare, so that's kind of fun to get. I'm looking forward to trying to sprinkle them in somewhere throughout the exhibits here. I did do some more digging. Okay, here is the side. Nope, no, that's not it. I was like, here is the side. I did do some more digging. Here's the side of the volcano. I did finish this section, except for right there. Oh, no, that's the part that I was working on. Sorry, my brain, I just dug down right here, and this is the part that I've been working on for the last couple days now. But this whole part that I started on the live stream is officially dug down. We got the whole thing cleared out all the way down to the bottom here. I also did a little bit of terraforming, trying to figure out the side of the volcano right here. I took the lava out right here, but it is still there. I see you, Mr. Tarantula. I see you, bugs, and more bugs. Yeah, they're still everywhere. Thought I heard another one. But anyway, I've been working on terraforming the side of this. I did take the lava out from up there, but it looks... Oh, that was the anteaters. I was like, oh my god, what was that noise? I almost fudged my Huggies right there. Alright, but it looks like there was another source block of lava in this lava flow. I did not know that. There's one up top, and then there's one there, so not all of this has disappeared because that's still there. Interesting. That's alright. Lava can't hurt me anyway with my backpack. But yeah, so the volcano is coming along. I am working on that slowly in between episodes whenever I can, as well as killing a plethora of tarantulas. But okay, so let's get to the nitty-gritty stuff because we got a zoo to build, don't we? All right, so last week we built the fly over here, the banded penguin exhibit, and that is right here. And we have, what is it, like six of them or something like that we have to name and drop in here somewhere. I really like how this one turned out. I don't know, for some reason I'm digging its vibes. There clearly needs to be a lot of terraforming over here. Also, this black sand shoals here. This what are we in? Volcanic plains. Yeah, this isn't gonna fly. We're gonna have to change that to look like the rest of, well, that over there actually. Well, that's not even finished. I have so much to do. I gotta do the foliage over there still. Ugh. But it all starts with naming some penguins. So you guys were amazing down in the comment section, listing off several names for these penguins. So we're gonna zip on into our secret hidey hole here, maybe even not even kill ourselves, and we're gonna actually name these penguins. Okay, so we actually have 7 banded penguins. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so we got a lot of names to go over, and we're going to start off with Jordan Connix's suggestion here, and that is Chad, because he's so cool. He lives on a volcanic island. The next penguin we're going to name Crystal, and that is because it was suggested by 2 different people actually. Both Micah Hunter and the Dashling both suggested Crystal, so I kind of like it. It's a good name for a penguin. And then big shout out to Pokey Lewis out there. We're going to name this one Kipper. From, I believe that is a character from the Penguins of Madagascar. Don't quote me though, I think so. Let me know in the comment section if I'm horribly wrong. And then I made this as a joke. I made this as a joke last week because I said if nobody named anything, we were going to name them Ed, and Eddie. Well, it turns out that both Peter and Star Nanny agreed. So, Ed, and Eddie. And the final one, I'm going to give credit to Volcanics out there if you're watching. We're going to name this one Plumage. Alright, with the penguins named, we're good to go add them, but I'm getting quite a collection of stuff here. This is still Boobies, okay? This is Boobies the pink sheep. I gotta make a home for that, of course. This is an extra praying mantis, which I think they might have all died in my exhibit. I think they kind of suffocated in walls. So we might have to redesign the mantis exhibit. And then, of course, here we have, a Sumatran orangutan. That's awesome. Ooh, and some cake and some stone. So yeah, big thank you to Cinnamon for dropping that off. That is amazing. I will have to find that thing a home. An orangutan. I haven't seen one of those things yet. I kind of want to look to see what it looks like. Hold on one second. It looks like it goes in a net. And, well, hold on now. I'll look at it later. I don't want to hurt it because remember, with this backpack, I have strength and stuff, so I'm going to just beat the crap out of that orangutan if I try to net it again. So maybe I'll just hold off and do that later. It'll be a surprise for later. All right, we are over here with the tarantulas. Where are they? I know you're over there somewhere. I can see you on the map. Oh, there's one right there, right where my crosshairs is. Yeah, they're over there. There's always tarantulas around. It's kind of crazy. All right, we're over here by the penguin exhibit, though. Let's just hop on in here. We're gonna have to give these guys a nice little home. I don't think they can get out. I think I've proofed it so that they can't get out. Yeah. You know what? It would give me the warm fuzzies if we would just do this. Just to make sure, you know? Just make sure that they can't get out that way. All right. Good. Now, let's get some of these things down here on the hot bar because we are going to need some room. So this first one's going to be Chad. Should have named him Giga Chad. It would have been even better. There we go. Boyam. Chad, welcome. Little Critters mod, too. Now, these things, you can't actually see. I think they're all female. I think all of them they got are female. And you can see what type they are, like the Galapagos, and there's the Humboldt, and then the more Galapagos. But I think I got all chick penguins this time around. That's all right. They'll rule this world. All right, next one's going to be Crystal. Kind of freaks out and hops everywhere, but there we go. Crystal, welcome. Welcome to the exhibit. Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to your new home. And welcome goes to Kipper. There you go. I don't think these guys can drown. I'm pretty sure they can't. Really hoping they can't. All right. And then the next one is going to be Ed. Ed, I need you to get out of the Johnson's grass. There we go. And then Ed. There we go. And then Eddie. There we go. Ed, and Eddie are added in here. They're so adorable. Look at these things. They're so cute. And then the final one here, we'll put this one over here. This is Plumage. There we go. Plumage. Welcome to the exhibit. Hopefully you guys enjoy your new home. I spent quite a bit of time actually making this one. I really do like how it turned out. Most of you were actually from here, just right over there on that peninsula. Speaking of right over here on this peninsula, this is where I plant... Actually, it looks like the tarantulas have all gone away. Man, those things just come and go as they please. This is actually where I want to be working in today's episode because I have to design a emperor penguin exhibit now. So we did the banded penguins. Now we're talking about the ones that live in the Arctic cold weather stuff, you know, the frigid ones. We built a really cool exhibit last season for these things, and I'm kind of looking forward to this one. The end of the path that's going to be cutting through here, though, is going to come down right here. You can see it's going to split these two exhibits. Then it's going to go this way, and it's going to basically come to right about here, I'm thinking. In fact, let's get a torch down here. Boy, I'm right about here. That gives me all the space out here to work with for creating the Emperor Penguin exhibit. So, you guys know the routine. I'm going to have to get a couple more torches, though, so let's just grab a little bit of this. Maybe a little bit more. And then I'm going to have to create a torch line around here so I can mark out where I want the exhibit to actually sit, and then start placing the stone. Okay, we got the whole thing marked out and the stone walls put up. Now this ground here sucks, all right? So we gotta do some leveling here. We gotta do some work on this. Now, if the viewing area is going to be over here on this end here, it looks like we got a whole lot of space over there. Actually, it's quite a bit more than I even planned. So maybe we might even bring the viewing area like this way, so it's along this edge right here entirely. That way people can walk back and forth and see it. But either way, having the ground elevated up front here isn't necessarily the best idea because you're not going to be able to see the penguins if they're back there on the lower end of the hill. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to invert this completely. We're going to have to take this down a peg or two, or a block or two, raise this up a block or two, have this completely reversed. Now, Might as well have a little bit of fun with this. As long as I don't have them drop over 3 blocks, we might be able to do something like what we did with the polar bears and actually have like a little elevated like ridge in the back, and then have it drop down into like a more watery area, like with ice and stuff. I don't know if ice is going to stay here. This is a volcanic plains. Ooh. Hold on, we might have an issue. Danger, Will Robinson, we might have a problem. Okay, so I got these snow layers, right? I don't imagine they would stay here, but let's just put down a nice little 9x9 of these and see if those stay there. We don't have any light sources around them, so if snow can survive in this area, those should stay there. You know, this is giving me quite a bit of hope, actually. I thought for sure this would melt, but they're still here, which is impressive. I do have in my backpack packed ice, and that doesn't really melt, so I mean we could always use that over here even if this stuff didn't last here. So it's kind of a win-win. Alright, I'm gonna dig this stuff up. I think we can actually leave snow here, which is nice. But we're gonna dig this up, and then we're also going to terraform the land here a little bit. And I think the way I'm gonna do this, and I haven't done this in a couple episodes because I've been a little busy, is a nice little time lapse. All right, it is done. The shape of the exhibit is finished at least. I'm way up here on top of the volcano, so let's fly on down here. So this is what I was talking about, like having like a little ridge maybe in the back part right here for the penguins to climb up on top of and stuff. And then if they fall off, it's not a big deal. I mean, they don't take fall damage from this height anyway, so it should be fine, you know. But down here in this like recessed area, I was gonna put water, a little bit of water, a whole lot of ice. You know, not much going on there, just kind of a frozen lake sort of right here in the middle of this like frozen tundra kind of esque area. So I went with stone, also just like what we did with the other penguin exhibit, because I want to portray kind of a cold feeling, and that's a good way to start. Good blank canvas to start with as opposed to grass. We are going to be adding grass in here though. We got just not a whole lot. It's going to be kind of sporadic. The sun is setting. Sleepers, or creepers, well, sleepers be sleeping too, but creepers be creeping, so I got to become one of those sleepers. Take a little power nap so that things don't blow me up while I'm out here. But then once we wake up here, grab our bed, and then I think it's time to start putting in some of the land itself. Now, a lot of this is going to get covered up with snow, okay? So I just can't think of that quite yet. So what we're going to go with is a mix of coarse dirt and gravel with a little touch of grass, and that's really about it. We'll get some stone piles in here too, and some ice shelves. I want to put like an ice shelf on the back wall here. I think that might look pretty cool, but for the ground itself, I'm thinking yeah, coarse dirt and gravel primarily with a little bit of grass sprinkled in there. Let's get to work. Okay, we have the blocks put in. I even did the path blocks on some of the grass. Okay, so there really isn't a lot of grass in this exhibit because there's going to be a whole lot of snow added here in just a second. In fact, that might be the next thing. Actually, no, we'll hold off on that. I think the next thing will be actually adding the foliage. Maybe even the water. I guess I could probably also squeeze in... Actually, hold on. One thing I want to add in before we get into any of the foliage. Let's grab some of this packed ice real quick. Might have to go grab some more of this. I don't even remember where I got this, so I'm going to have to look around. Let's go ahead and actually add that in. It's kind of like it's seeping into the stone or the ground here a little bit. Kind of make it look a little extra frigid. Okay, I got a little carried away, not gonna lie. I just sort of kind of went and did stuff. I was adding the packed ice into the stone here, into the ground, and I just kind of kept going. Now, this is what we got. I actually kind of need... I need a bad backpack. I need you desperately in my life. Okay, let me grab some more of this stuff. Actually, I need to kind of connect this a little bit here. Now, I think the rest of this could just be water, and that'll make sense for this frozen lake kind of area. Yeah, okay, I just need a little bit of water, and then we can fill that in. All right, the water has been added, but I am scratching my beard here thinking, where do I get more of that stuff, all right? Packed ice. I don't actually even remember where I was when I found that. I know we found some frigid areas up here, so maybe I found it near this area. I had to have found an ice spikes biome. That's the only thing that makes sense, because otherwise I would have had to have made all of that ice, and that just isn't any fun. I don't know. I might have to go hunting down some more ice somewhere up here. But I don't see it off the top of my head. Just at first glance. I think it was here, because this is a frozen ocean. If these are glaciers, like or icebergs, I mean, I probably got it from right here. And that is a little bit of a distance away, but I should probably head up there. Oh yeah, I should probably head up there and actually grab some more of that stuff. Aha! Yes, this is where I got it all from. Look at this stuff. Alright, I think this is where I caught my polar bears too, also. I think they're in this area. So I should probably have my head on a swivel, because there could be some dangerous animals out here. Like that guy, for example. Those are actually the only thing that actually has killed me this season. Okay, but I'm not going to dwell on the fact that there's boars here and they're going to want to try to murder me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a pickaxe and I'm going to start tearing down some of this stuff, because I need a whole bunch of this. Alright, I'm thinking that's probably enough. I got quite a few stacks of packed ice, and if I go through all this, well, then I'll just come back up here and grab more. Okay, so now, ooh, big leg spike. Now, why did I go grab all that stuff, huh? Well, I want to turn this back wall into like an ice wall, so I want to basically align the entire thing, well, almost the entire thing with a big ice sheet basically sticking up. Kind of curling over the edge. Also, look at these. Would you just look at these things? Jeepers criminies. There's so many of them. Basically, curling over the back wall here, and this back wall is going to have to be raised up too. So we kind of have to use our imaginations for right now. But raise this wall up here so that we can make it look almost like there's a glacial shelf back there. If that makes any sense. Okay, something kind of along the lines of that. I might tweak that a little bit when I build the back wall itself. And I obviously need to build up the back wall just a little bit, because otherwise penguins can just escape out of there. But kind of along the lines of that is what I was thinking. Let's actually get up here real quick, because they can totally escape right here. So let's build this up. And make sure that they can't get out right here. In fact, I might just raise this entire back wall up just a little bit. Some of it actually does turn into ice itself, so ice baby. So we're just going to leave that the way it is. And then we're going to do a little of this. Okay, but that is starting to look really frigid. So now that we got the back wall raised up a little bit, I don't think the penguins are going to be escaping anytime soon. So we're going to do kind of something similar where we're going to, instead of adding like straight up bushes, we might add like ice chunks like this sticking out of the ground here. Or, I mean, instead of adding rock piles, I mean, we're going to add just we're gonna add like chunks of ice sticking up instead. Kind of, yeah, even like a smaller one like right here. But I do want to make sure that I get like underneath here whenever you can see underneath here because of the path blocks. I want to make sure I get that fixed up so that you can actually see. Yeah, like right here, for example, that's not right. It's no bueno. All right, we're gonna change that, and same thing right here. Let's pop this thing out. My voice is actually struggling. I am still recovering from my sinus, something that hit me pretty bad a week or so ago, and I'm getting there. But man, it's really annoying. Okay, something along the lines of that. So we got these ice chunks kind of sticking up here, dotting the landscape. And I think one other final touch I'm going to do is some of the stone here I'm actually going to replace with ice as well. So it almost looks like it's kind of like dripping down the edge of this rock here. But it should look nice and frigid then. I'll do this in a couple places here or there. Okay, enough with the blocks though. I think it's time we move on to foliage because this place is basically looking pretty good already. This looks really frozen over, okay? Like this looks really frozen over. All right, so we gotta hide. Here, let me get a dump chest here. We gotta hide all of these stacks of packed ice for right now. Maybe I'll keep one out in case we need a couple bits of it here or there. But we gotta move on to the plants backpack here because we gotta try to find something to throw in here. There is gonna be some foliage in here, but there's not gonna be like a whole lot of it. So we gotta figure out what there's probably not gonna be any trees here either. I don't think there's gonna be any trees out here. This is basically a tundra, wide open area. So. I'm not going to worry about trees, but we are going to have to put in some stuff like little bits of grass, and dead grass is probably a good idea too because that would probably be up here. I do have a few dead bushes left. I got to go get more of those for sure. But a couple little plants here there sprinkled in here should make this place look really good. Alright, I think we'll start off with the dead bushes. I really don't have a lot of these things, so we'll just dot these around, kind of spread out sporadically. Actually, I might not even use all 9. We'll just kind of put them in wherever we can here, and then we'll call it a day with these things, and we'll move on to the other plants. Alright, adding in the dead grass. This stuff actually goes on gravel, which is really cool, because that gives me a couple of options then. Other than just leaving the gravel completely bare, I can actually throw some of this on there, but I am running really, really low on it, so I only have 4 pieces left. I'll probably smash all 4 of them in here somewhere, but yeah, this stuff is kind of draining my, my dead grass account here. Alright, and then Johnson's grass, I found that this is like a universal plant. This basically can go anywhere. It can't go on gravel, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to find dirt. It does go on dirt, okay. But I can basically throw this into almost any exhibit, and it looks great in it. I have no idea why. I don't even know what this thing is. This thing probably belongs in like a jungle or something, but I'm going to throw it in here anyway because I just think it looks good. God, ow, God, why? I'm sitting here picking up plants and getting attacked by tarantulas. Alright, with those few plants added, this looks kind of boring so far, but I'm thinking that's basically it for the plant life, other than maybe some grass, which I do have here. I'm ready to grow some of it. These tarantulas are creeping in. They are literally everywhere out here. But we just need some tall grass put in here, and then also bushes. We kind of need bushes, don't we? Bad backpack, I need you desperately in my life. How are you doing on brown leaves? 1? That's not great. Not great, bad backpack. Hold on. I need more of those things really bad. Okay, got myself a couple more stacks here of these brown leaves. I think they look really good for some of the bushes in the area, especially in areas where there isn't a lot of like water and or maybe things are frozen, you know, kind of like what this place is here. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of dot this in various places, make ourselves a couple of little like kind of like frozen over hibernating bushes in certain spots here. Okay, I think that's probably pretty good the way that is right there. Okay, now we barely used any of those leaf blocks, but whatever. For future reference, I'll need them. All right, so now we just got to go through and we got to add in a couple of spots of actual grass, because there will be some grass in here. Not a whole lot, but some actual grass will exist. So we'll just dot this in here. This can also go on the coarse dirt, which is kind of cool. Ran out of it, so we're going to have to switch to bone meal right now, but I might get some flowers or some tall ones. Actually, a couple of tall grass like that isn't like the end of the world, but I'd rather not actually have that up here in the foreground. So it does give us a chance to collect some extra grass, though, every time it grows. Like the background up there, I wouldn't mind there being some tall grass up there, but in the front up here, I like to keep it a little bit shorter, just so people can see the penguins. Now comes the daunting task I've been kind of trying to avoid, but I can't, of adding the snow. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of snow. I collected quite a bit of it from our snow golem that's just chilling over in our over, hold on, let me get up here. Over right over there. I think it's right where the dot of the diamond is, or it's right to the next one. We have a little compartment there with a snow golem in it that's in a river biome technically, so it doesn't melt away. And I've been able to collect snow from there, like endless amounts of it. All this came out of the snow golem's butt. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sprinkle it all over the place here, all around here, so that the penguins can feel right at home, covered in snow. Now, unfortunately, snow does not go on top of the ice. It just doesn't work that way. You just can't put it on there. Sort of sucks. But I think that looks all right the way it is. This definitely looks more snow tundra-y. Tundra-y? Is that a word? Holy cow. No, probably not. But it definitely looks colder and perfect place for penguins. The only thing it's missing now, and you guys know what's coming, is buttons. We don't have a lot of buttons in here. Let's go ahead and just dot these in throughout the exhibit, and I think that might be it then for this place. Okay, I think that's it. I think we have our Emperor Penguin exhibit. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Does it look good? Does it look bad? Let me know in the comment section. Obviously, the walls aren't finished. They're going to be finished when I do the terraforming for this place, which is definitely something I need to do. In fact, if you look at the zoo entirely, there's quite a few exhibits now lingering around out here that doesn't have the walls, or that doesn't have the terrain built up around them. Just a whole lot of tarantulas everywhere. I need to do a lot of work over here, a lot more work. You can see the chunk I took out of the volcano too, by the way, and you can see I have the rest of this to do too. So I've only got like less than a quarter of it dug out. Oh, it's gonna be a long time before I'm finished with that, but I will keep working on that in between episodes, so don't you worry about that. That'll happen. So you can see it right there. The volcano is starting to take shape. You can see what I'm talking about. Ooh, big leg spike. Big leg spike. Okay, there we go. You can see what I'm talking about with the volcano, the slope of it right there, you know. That's what we're going with for what this is going to look like in the end. So just kind of imagine all the rest of this junk over here, not there. This is what it's going to look like in the end, and then obviously that's the shape anyway. I have to do the beautifying of it as well to make it look kind of nice. They can easily escape through here, so I'm going to fix that eventually, but not right now. You guys probably need to know, though, how many Emperor Penguins do I have, because we're going to be smashing them in here, so we're going to need names, and you guys are the bomb at naming names, or naming animals, so let me go check and see how many Emperor Penguins I have. 1, 2, carry the 3. Oh, yeah, it's, we have 7. We have 7 of them, okay? I have 7 Emperor Penguins. Holy cow, that is like a lot of them, okay? So if you guys could go down in the comment section and give me your best Emperor Penguin names. Remember, these are the ones that live in the cold, the frigid ones. These are your what you call your traditional penguins. So let me know your best penguin names, and hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend. I know it's already the weekend when this one drops, but sorry I got this one out late. Like I said, it's been very busy, very rough on my end. I try to keep a positive attitude, even in the kind of the darkest of times. So I'm trying to do that too here. So hopefully you guys are doing better than I am, though, because that would make me feel good knowing that other people out there are kind of prevailing in this world. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here though. I've got to go get some stuff done. I also have to go pick up my kids. They're over at the grandparents right now. So I will catch you guys later. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.